We're going to go over some nades from the bunker area of Thunder 2, but some of the nade concepts I wanted to show, in case you weren't aware that are important to that discussion, is how the physics in the gold source engine, when you throw a grenade, it has a way of like gaining speed as it goes uphill. So anyone that knows when they go to prime a nade, if the nade goes a little too far and you're sprinting, it's really hard to catch up to because they gain speed as they run up the hill. You also have the reverse effect. When you throw a nade, it'll gain speed going downhill too if it's a steep angle. It has to be about like at least like a 45-degree angle, and the nades pick up speed, where if you throw them on the flat ground, they don't really go very far. They kind of stick. All right, the next concept is that of a skybox. There are these transparent boxes that let you see through to the sky texture. But whenever a grenade goes into one, you'll hear that water noise. It actually acts like it's going in water, and it decelerates the nade. So the more direct you throw it into the skybox, the faster it decelerates and comes back. So if you're trying to throw through a skybox, you need it to get through as quickly as possible. So steeper angles and more velocity are good for getting it through a skybox. But if you throw it with enough force and angle to just clear the skybox, it'll come out the other side. So in that one, it just barely clipped through the skybox. So it had enough force as it was being decelerated to come out the other side. But if I had thrown it too high, it'll get caught up in the skybox and slowly sink, since the skybox physics kind of work like water. If I go into the BSP viewer to see the actual skybox on this map, you can see how there's a skybox right here. That's what I was throwing the grenade up into. This getting caught and coming back down. But when I threw it just over this wall, it was able to just penetrate through that skybox and come out the other side because it had enough force and angle to make it through. So speaking of skyboxes, we're going to come over here to in front of Barrel House and show you the skyboxes around the entrance to the bunker. As you can see here on top of the ruins, the skybox comes down and touches the top of the ruins. But on top of this roof of yellow, this is open, so you can throw grenades up onto this roof. And there's a skybox here that you would have to go through to get into the rubble, and a skybox here to continue over into mid-alley. But there is this roof line, which is a steep angle, so grenades can accelerate off of this. So if you throw with a steep enough angle, it'll gain speed off the roof and penetrate through the skybox, and you can nade various places into the bunker. Likewise, on the way back out, if you have a steep enough angle and you don't go too high up into the skybox where it get caught up, if you just clear over the top of the wall, you can nade out into this area. There are nades that you can throw that if you just clear the top of this, the nade will come out the other side, hit this roof, accelerate down off the roof because it's a steep angle, and you can get nades into lower loft or even all the way out here by the crack house steps. But sometimes if you don't get the right angle, you can have it come out, get slowed down so much, and then just gently roll off the roof and just fall straight down. Sometimes that can be desirable if you think someone's camping out here. So depending on the height you get on it, if you just, if you threw it too high, it might catch the skybox and come right back down. If you threw it just a little bit high, it might penetrate the skybox, but have slowed down enough to fall straight down. Where if you just barely clear the top of this wall, you'll get through the skybox a lot faster, and you can get it to go out a little farther. The problem is skyboxes, when you're in game, they're transparent, so you can see the sky. So there's really not a lot to line up to know like where to throw the nade. You just kind of have to remember your angle, approach, and the angle you're throwing the nade at, and hope you have good muscle memory if you're trying to throw these kind of nades. If we come in here, you can see the skybox. There is a thin skybox right here protecting the bunker rubble and this roof, just a thin little thing to separate it, which is easy enough to get nades through when you accelerate them off the roof. But there's this skybox here, so if you try and throw it up and over into mid-alley, this is a mammoth skybox, and it'll usually get caught up and fall right back down. So if you're standing here and you throw it straight up onto the roof, even if you get some acceleration, it'll ramp up and then quickly fall right down and end up down in here. If you come from this angle and you hit the top of this roof with a little bit of an angle going this way, then it'll ramp through and hit this wall and fall down into mid-alley. But if you don't have a little bit of a leftward angle on it to get it through here, then it'll go up into this skybox and fall straight down. And sometimes you do want to, you know, nade up there if you know someone's camping there. But if you want to get it to mid-alley, because of the way skyboxes are, you got to throw it high enough that it comes down and bounces this way and comes down. With a little more of an angle, if you move out away from the barrel house a little bit and you come from this angle and you do a similar thing, then you can get it to redirect and land here. And if you come even farther out by the slab, this angle, you're going to get a nice good 45-degree angle, hit the roof to gain some acceleration, and you can nade way back into the planters. Like I said, you can't really like see where you're going, so you kind of have to get some muscle memory going to figure out the angles you're throwing it and running from, and the timing on the prime. But I just wanted to show you how the skyboxes actually look so you can see that, and I will go into the game and show you some of these nades. It's kind of hard to predict. Oh, you saw there how it got caught up here in the skybox above the roof line and then fell down and rolled down. So we got to get it more direct onto the roof because there is a skybox where the apex hits. So to nade that door, kind of want to throw it straight onto the roof, and then it'll ramp up and then fall down when it hits the skybox on the other side and come down. But if you throw it too high up into this skybox, see I'm in the skybox, then it won't make it to this point to get through, because it has to hit this point to get through as far left as possible so that it'll fall down into here through this gap. Likewise, to show you that mid-alley nade, you want to just clear the left of the roof line. That one was a little too high. It went up into that skybox, so we have to throw it a little lower. And that one, that still worked okay. It got caught up a little bit in the skybox, but if you throw it just right, you can hit this wall and have it fall right down. That one still would have damaged someone that was sitting here, though. But you can see how imprecise the throwing through the skybox can be. Now let me show you one of these sharp angles where I throw it off the roof line, ramps up off the roof and gains some speed, and goes all the way back deep into the planters. And likewise in the reverse, if I just clear the top of that, it'll gain the skybox, and that one didn't even make it through. It got caught up because it was too high. But if I clear it just a little bit, it should fall down right on the other side. I think that one actually cleared and hit the wall and rolled back down. But they can get caught up in this skybox and fall straight down. Just as if, like, once it clears, it'd be kind of like you're throwing this up into the skybox, hits, and falls right back down. Because it like sticks and does a little water style physics, and they come straight down. But if you need to get it farther, you have to put a steeper angle on it. So sometimes you even have to throw it down here to really get it to clear that. And that one didn't make it through. So depending on your angle, sometimes you even have to come from this direction and throw it over that wall. and see how it comes popping out the other side, and that just cleared over top of here and exploded all the way over here. All the way over here, actually. That went really far. So that's how the skyboxes work for throwing nades in and out of bunker.